All right, so get ready because today we are going deep into Rhonda Byrne's The Power.
Ooh,
Oh,
interesting.
I know, right? We're taking a look at a self-help book.
Right?
But stick with us on this one because I think you'll find it really interesting.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is explore the power
Okay.
and what it could mean for you.
I like it.
Now, this book, it presents the power as more than just positive thinking.
More than just positive thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
And what I found really interesting is how Byrne, she actually frames the power as a universal law,
oh wow.
not just some like feel-good
Okay,
idea.
not just a concept.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So she's talking about love, right?
Yeah.
This force of love, this
Right.
driving force behind everything positive in the universe and within us.
Everything positive. I like that.
Yeah, and she's saying that, by aligning ourselves
Yes.
with this power,
Aligned
with
to
our
thoughts and feelings.
thoughts and feelings, yeah, we can actually create the life we want.
So it's like we have the power within us
Yeah,
to kind of shape our reality.
exactly.
That's amazing.
Now, how does that actually work, right?
How does it work?
What's the mechanism?
Yeah.
So one of the key things she talks about is the law of attraction.
Okay, the law of attraction. Everyone's heard of this.
Right, but she applies it to love.
Okay.
Specifically.
To love.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what she argues is that what you give out in love,
Mhm.
you receive back.
Okay.
And this isn't just about feelings. She's talking about thoughts and even actions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's like this energy, right?
This energy that we're putting out there.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's coming back to us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, when I first heard about the law of attraction,
Yeah.
I was a little skeptical.
Oh, really?
I thought it was all about visualizing what you want and then just hoping it magically appears.
Yeah, just like wishing for it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But Byrne seems to be saying that it's much more than that.
It's deeper than that.
It's about this energy we emit, the frequency we're vibrating at.
Okay, the frequency, yeah.
Yeah, and she has this great story.
Oh, I love her stories. She's a great storyteller.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
So she talks about attracting this Parisian skirt.
Parisian skirt.
Okay, so she was in Paris, saw the skirt,
Mm-hmm.
loved it, but didn't buy it.
Didn't buy it, okay.
Weeks later, same skirt,
What?
shows up in a store in Melbourne.
No way.
Yeah.
So it's like her desire for the skirt
Yeah.
somehow brought it to her.
It's almost like
Yeah.
her positive feelings, they acted like a magnet.
Like she magnetized it to her.
Yeah.
That is wild.
I know. It's a little mind-boggling, but it really makes you think,
It really does.
how much do our emotions influence what we experience?
Wow. Big question.
Yeah.
Makes you think, if we're constantly focusing on the negative, are we attracting more negativity into our lives?
It's like, what you focus on expands.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you shift your focus to the positive,
Triple positive, yeah.
maybe you can start attracting more positive experiences.
And she emphasizes the feeling, right?
Yes.
Like it's not just about thinking about what you want.
Right.
It's about feeling it as if it's already happened.
Embodying that.
Embodying it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's not just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
It's much deeper than that.
It's about aligning yourself with what you want.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Aligning yourself with what you want.
Aligning yourself with what you want.
And she gives us this 3-step creation process.
Okay, a 3-step process.
Imagine, feel, receive.
Imagine, feel, receive.
You imagine what you want.
Uh-huh.
You feel the joy of having it.
Okay.
And then the universe orchestrates.
It orchestrates its arrival.
Its arrival.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the universe kind of conspires to make it happen.
That's what she's saying.
That's amazing.
I know. It sounds almost too good to be true, right?
It does, yeah.
But, is there any evidence to support this?
Well, she has a lot of anecdotes in the book.
Oh, she does?
People who have used this process
Yeah.
and manifested incredible things.
Like what?
Well, there's this one story about a woman who manifested a white calla lily.
A white calla lily.
I know it sounds kind of small,
Yeah.
but she really wanted this specific flower.
Hmm.
And by immersing herself in the feeling of having it,
Yeah.
she attracted it into her life.
Wow. So it can work for, smaller things
It can.
that are still meaningful.
Yeah, meaningful to that person.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That makes me wonder if it can work for bigger things, too.
Right, like bigger goals and desires.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And something we can definitely explore further.
Okay.
But before we go there,
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that while Byrne does talk about money and success,
Yeah.
she really emphasizes that the power of love It extends far beyond just material wealth.
And I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because it's easy to get caught up in the whole
I mean,
manifesting, like,
the material stuff.
yeah, the material stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she's saying there's something much deeper here.
Much deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the examples that really stood out to me
Oh, tell me about it.
was the story about her sister
Okay, her sister.
who attracted a new car,
Oh, okay.
not by focusing on buying a car, but by genuinely celebrating her siblings' good fortune.
Oh,
Like celebrating abundance in general.
celebrating abundance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then, boom, new car shows up.
Like abundance just flowed into her life.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So it's this idea that,
Yeah.
you know, aligning yourself with that frequency of abundance.
The frequency of abundance.
Yeah, even without directly pursuing it, can lead to unexpected blessings.
Unexpected blessings are like that.
Yeah,
So it's not about being attached to the outcome.
right.
It's about embodying that energy of abundance.
Yes.
And letting it flow into your life.
It's like this ripple effect.
a ripple effect.
You know, our energy, our actions, they have an impact beyond ourselves.
Absolutely. And I think that leads us to another important aspect of the power.
Okay, what's that?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Byrne positions gratitude as a powerful way to both express and amplify love.
Okay, so when you're feeling grateful,
Yeah.
you're radiating positive energy.
You're radiating positive energy. Exactly.
But can gratitude actually create tangible changes?
Well, Byrne seems to think so.
Okay.
She connects gratitude to some of history's greatest minds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you know that Albert Einstein practiced gratitude at least 100 times a day?
100 times a day?
100 times a day.
Wow, that's commitment.
I know, right? And he actually attributed his scientific breakthroughs to this practice.
Wow, so gratitude might actually unlock our potential.
It's a powerful practice.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think it's a good reminder that this idea of the power,
Yeah,
it's not just about positive thinking.
it's deeper than that.
It's about aligning ourselves with this force of love
Yeah.
and recognizing its potential to influence every aspect of our lives.
So if love is this universal force that connects us all,
Yeah.
what are the possibilities?
That's the big question, right? What are the possibilities?
That's a really good question.
It is.
And it seems like Byrne is suggesting that we have more power to shape our life
Yeah.
than we realize.
More power than we realize. Yeah.
But how does this apply to our relationships?
That's a great question, especially because
Yeah.
relationships can be challenging.
Oh, they can be so messy.
Yes, yeah.
And sometimes painful.
Absolutely.
So how do we apply this power
Oh,
to the complexities of love and relationships?
well, that's a great question. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it
Me too.
because that's where it gets really real.
It does.
You know, it's one thing to talk about manifesting a Parisian skirt,
Right.
but navigating the ups and downs of relationships,
Yeah,
that's where the rubber meets the road.
absolutely.
So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into the power.
We'll be right back. So relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Byrne says the law of attraction is huge when it comes to relationships.
Oh, that's interesting because usually we think about love
Uh-huh.
like it just happens to us.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she's saying that we actually have more control over attracting love
Right.
than we realize.
Yeah, it's not about trying to change someone else, though.
No, okay.
More about respecting them and supporting them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like unconditional support.
Unconditional support. Okay,
Okay.
that's pretty powerful, especially when you think about all the challenges that come up in any relationship.
Oh, for sure.
There's this one story she tells about this woman
Okay.
who used love and gratitude to actually transform her marriage.
Wow.
And her husband was depressed
Oh, wow.
and even abusive,
Oh, no.
but she was able to shift their whole dynamic.
What? Just with love and gratitude?
Yeah, by being consistently positive.
Wow. So it's like her thoughts and feelings,
Yeah.
they actually impacted him.
It seems like it.
That's pretty amazing.
I know, it makes you wonder if it can work the other way around, too.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
Like if negativity breeds negativity,
Yeah,
could positivity actually like create a ripple effect?
that's a good question.
Yeah, like can our positivity impact the people we're closest to?
That's what it sounds like Byrne's suggesting. Like when we focus on the good in others and we're expressing gratitude,
Yeah.
we're actually attracting more positivity.
So she's warning against that negativity.
Oh, yeah, especially gossip and judgment.
Yeah, that just brings more of that into your life.
Exactly. It's like what you focus on expands.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do you apply that when things get tough?
That's a good point.
You know?
It's easy to talk about being positive
Right.
when things are good.
But what about when you're dealing with conflict?
Yeah, or like a major challenge.
Exactly.
Well, she talks a lot about managing your reactions.
Okay.
It's about taking a step back and choosing a more loving response.
Okay, so even when it's difficult.
Even when it's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like mastering your emotions.
Right.
Rather than letting them control you.
That's a good way to put it.
And she doesn't just talk about romantic relationships either.
No, she talks about all relationships.
Okay.
Like every interaction we have, it's about approaching everything with kindness.
Okay.
Understanding.
And a genuine desire to give love.
Yeah, no matter what's happening.
Okay, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's about aligning ourselves with love.
To create the life that we desire.
That's the power.
Yeah, and that includes our relationships.
Yeah, exactly. But it actually goes beyond that, too.
Oh, how?
She even talks about physical well-being.
Okay, so this is like the mind-body connection.
Right, the mind-body connection.
You know, the idea that our thoughts and emotions can actually impact our bodies.
Exactly.
I think there's a lot of evidence for that now.
There is.
But how does Byrne approach it?
Well, she actually says that disease is often a result of negative emotions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like stress and worry and fear.
That makes sense. I mean, we all know that stress can manifest physically.
Oh, yeah.
You know, headaches.
Yeah.
Digestive issues.
Absolutely.
Even more serious things.
Right. And she argues that when we're feeling positive emotions, like love and joy and gratitude, our bodies actually thrive.
So, like, we're giving our bodies positive instructions.
Yeah, instructions for health.
And well-being. Exactly. Instead of focusing on the negative.
Focusing on feeling healthy and vibrant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so interesting.
I know. It's almost like you're retraining your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your health.
Yeah.
Rather than any limitations.
Instead of dwelling on what's wrong.
Right. Exactly.
That's powerful.
It is.
And it makes me think about all the research
Yeah.
that's coming out about the mind-body connection.
Totally.
It's like her insights are aligning with what science is discovering.
Absolutely.
And it all comes back to the central theme of the power.
Aligning ourselves with love.
Recognizing its power.
Yes.
To influence every aspect of our lives.
Every single aspect.
So we've talked about love as this universal force, manifesting our desires.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Transforming relationships.
Right, but how do we actually integrate this power into our daily lives?
That's a great question, and a lot of people wonder that.
Yeah, it feels a little overwhelming. To try to, like, control every thought and feeling.
Totally. And she doesn't say you have to do that.
Okay.
It's more about being mindful.
Okay.
Paying attention to the signs.
Okay, what kind of signs?
The messages and synchronicities that life gives us.
Hold on, I'm intrigued by this.
Okay.
What does she mean by messages and synchronicities?
So, she believes that everything that happens carries a deeper meaning.
Okay.
Even the small things.
Oh, interesting.
Like a song on the radio.
Okay.
Or a random encounter.
We're noticing a certain color over and over again?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the universe is trying to tell us something?
Right. But we're often not paying attention.
We're just not tuned in.
Exactly.
Correct.
So she says we need to become more aware of these signs and ask ourselves what they might mean.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, one thing she suggests
is
choosing a symbol that represents love for you.
Okay, a personal symbol.
Yeah. Interesting. And then looking for it in your life.
I'm looking for that symbol.
Yeah, like little clues.
Okay.
But it's not just about the positive signs.
Oh, so there are negative signs too.
Yeah, she calls them warning signs.
Okay, like what?
Like, have you ever misplaced your keys?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Or bumped into things?
Uh-huh.
She sees those as signs too.
Really?
Yeah, like little nudges.
From the universe.
From the universe.
To tell us we're out of alignment.
Yeah, that maybe we need to check our thoughts and feelings.
Wow. So those everyday mishaps could actually be signals?
It's like life is giving us feedback.
To course correct.
Yeah, guiding us back towards love.
That is mind-blowing.
I know, right? It makes you realize that you're not just passively experiencing life.
You're actually shaping it.
You're shaping it.
Wow.
Yeah, with every thought, feeling, and action.
So that brings us to the last part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Where we'll actually talk about the strategies for cultivating this loving mindset.
And actually harnessing the power.
Yes, to create the life you desire.
This is going to be...
Okay, I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay, so we've talked about life as this, like, feedback loop, always kind of nudging us back towards love.
Right, back to love.
But how do we actually cultivate a more loving mindset?
Yeah, how do we make it real?
And make it practical.
Right, in our everyday lives.
Byrne talks about starting small.
Yeah, small steps.
It's not about changing everything overnight.
No, not at all.
It's about those little things.
The little things, yeah.
That align with love and positivity.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, she talks about gratitude.
Gratitude, yeah.
Like finding those moments throughout the day
Yeah.
to just appreciate the good stuff.
Okay, so like what?
It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
Like that first cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
That feeling.
The smell.
Yeah, or a beautiful sunset.
It's about savoring those moments.
Yes, exactly.
Appreciating the simple things.
Shifting our focus
Yeah.
to all the good.
I'd like that.
And she also talks about, doing things that nourish your soul.
Okay, like what kind of things?
Things that make you feel alive.
Yeah.
Connected to your passion.
Oh, I love that.
And it doesn't have to be anything complicated.
No.
It could be listening to music.
Yeah, I love music.
Spending time in nature.
Ooh. Nature is so grounding.
It is. Or pursuing a creative hobby.
Okay, so it's about making time for the things that light you up,
Yes, exactly.
that make you feel good.
Because when you feel good,
Yeah.
you radiate that positive energy.
Totally.
And another important thing
Yeah.
is who you surround yourself with
The people you spend time with.
and the environments you're in.
That's so important.
They have such a huge impact on you.
Absolutely.
So Byrne suggests being really mindful
Yeah.
of the energy you're exposing yourself to.
Okay, so if someone's always negative,
Yeah, or complaining.
dragging you down.
It might be time to step back from that relationship.
Yeah, that's a tough one,
It is.
but sometimes necessary.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
if you're surrounded by people who inspire you,
Yes. Support your growth.
that's the best.
That positive energy, it's contagious.
It is.
So create an ecosystem
An ecosystem.
that nourishes you,
I love that.
that supports you.
Yeah.
And it's not just people either.
Oh, right.
It's also the information you consume.
The information we consume, yeah.
Are you watching news that triggers fear and anxiety?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you seeking out things that inspire you?
Yeah, that lift you up.
So it's about being mindful
Yeah.
of all those things.
It's a holistic approach.
It is, and she reminds us,
Yeah.
it's a journey.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Not about being perfect,
No,
controlling every thought.
It's just making an effort.
Yeah.
To choose love.
Choose love.
Whenever possible.
It's about progress.
Progress over perfection.
Exactly.
Need that.
And as you cultivate this loving mindset,
Yeah.
you'll probably start to see those changes
The positive changes
in your life.
in your relationships, your abundance.
Yeah.
This deep dive has been really eye-opening
It has. It's given us a whole new perspective
on the power of love
and how we can use it to create a more joyful life.
and fulfilling life.
Absolutely.
So, as we wrap up,
Okay.
I have one final question for everyone listening.
Okay, hit us with it.
If life is a mirror,
A mirror.
reflecting back our thoughts and feelings,
Yeah.
what aspects of your life right now
Yeah.
might be reflecting back what you've been giving out?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's something to think about.
It is.
And I encourage all of you listening
Yes.
to keep exploring this idea of the power,
The power of love.
how it can impact your life.
Who knows what you might discover?
You might just unlock a level of love and joy you never thought possible.
I love that.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.